Okay, chapter 2 was long, had lots of lessons in it. So this is the last one. We made it. Chapter 2, section 10. This is percent of change. So let's get right into the definitions. Percent of change is the ratio amount of change over the original amount, expressed as a percent. So let's talk about what amount of change is. Amount of change, when you see that on the ACT or anything like that, that word change means to subtract. So we're going to do the absolute value of the original amount minus the new amount. So absolute value means we need a positive number. So typically what I will do is the big number minus the small number. That way it keeps me from getting a negative number. Okay? All right, so our formula is amount of change, big number minus small number, over the original amount equals x over 100. Now, when a value increases from its original amount, it is called the percent increase. When a value decreases from its original amount, it is called the percent decrease. All right, so I have 4 examples. That's right, 4 examples. This should be a short video if I quit talking unnecessarily. All right, number 1. A used car dealership buys a car for $2,900 and then sells it for $4,000. What is the percent increase? So first, let's do big number minus the small number, and we get 1,100. Now, we're going to put that number over the original amount. Well, originally he bought it for $2,900, so that's our original amount. So probably the hardest thing you're going to have to do in these problems is figure out what the original amount is. Equals x or p over 100. Cross multiply. We've done this so many times lately. You can probably do it in your sleep. And we get 110,000. Divide by 2,900. And on your calculator, you're going to have this big, long, hairy looking decimal. Okay? So, notice the directions say, and all of these on this particular section says round to the nearest whole number. That is the ones place. So, 9 is the number in the tens place. It's big enough to make that 7 go up by 1. So, add 1 to that, and this answer is going to be 38%. Now, luckily for you, they do enter the symbol with the percent for you, so all you have to do is enter the number. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, tell whether the percent change did increase or decrease, then find the percent change. Okay, so you have to do this first. So from the original amount, it went up. So that is an increase. Okay, so this is an increase. You have to do that first. Then you can click on increase and check answer. Now we're going to use the formula. So first, we're going to subtract. Okay, remember, subtract big number minus small number. We get 12. You can do that on your calculator or in your head. All right, so 12 over the original amount. Make sure that bottom number has to be the original amount. Equals x over 100. Cross multiply. 30x equals 1,200. Divide by 30, and this one we don't even have to round because it's going to be a whole number. So x is 40. Okay, again, they put percent, so you don't type percent. Notice again, rounding to the whole number, but we didn't have to worry about that one. All right, number 2. Tell whether the percent change is increase or decrease. Then find the percent change. Says round to the nearest percent. I will show you what that means. All right, so from the original amount to the new amount, remember that's what you're looking at for increase or decrease. From the original to the new amount, it actually went down, so that's increase. Okay? Now, our formula, we're going to do the big number minus the small number. Take that, and you can do that in head. 18 over the original amount equals x over 100. Cross multiply, and we get 44x equals 1,800. Divide by 44. And again, we get this decimal that kind of looks like that. So this one says round to the nearest percent. That also means round to the nearest whole number. So that means round to the ones place. So you look at the number in the tens place. It is big enough to make that 0 go up by 1. So this is 41%. All right, so number 4 is like 2 and 3, so we're going to skip it and do the last one for this. Number 5. On the first day of June, there were about 16.63 hours of daylight in a city. 5 months later, there were about 7.80 hours of daylight. What was the percent decrease? So first, we're going to find the amount change. You can just plug this in your calculator if you want to. You don't have to show me this step. Just show me your proportion. And that is 8.83. So that's our top number. That's the amount change over the original amount. Originally, because June is before 5 months later, so this is my original amount. 16.63 equals x over 100. Cross multiply. 16.63x equals 883. Divide. And again, we get this decimal that looks something like this. Okay, so we're going to round to the whole number again. So looking at the number in the tens place, it's a 0. Well, that's not big enough, sorry, to make that 3 go up. So we're not adding anything, adding 0. So this answer is 53%. Okay, all right, so there are 5 problems on this homework for you to do.